tonight.
Here's what's making news right now on News 10 NBC at 7. He came to power after a scandal that shocked the country. But tonight, New York's 55th governor, David Paterson, says he has a plan for the future of New York State. Plus, violence and failing grades. Outraged parents from Rochester's Wilson Academy Foundation say they want answers. News 10 NBC at 7 begins in 60 seconds.
Now from News 10 NBC, coverage you can count on. This is News 10 NBC at 7.
Eliot Spitzer is out. David Paterson is in. New York State has a new governor tonight, and he says it's time to get to work. Good evening. A momentous day for New York State as Lieutenant Governor David Paterson was sworn in as the 55th governor, taking over for Eliot Spitzer, who resigned in disgrace last week. I'm Rich Funke, and Jennifer Johnson joins us live from Albany.
Rich, Paterson is New York's first black and first visually impaired governor, two facts that were celebrated and applauded today, especially when he delivered this line.
I have confronted the prejudice of race and challenged the issues of my own disability. I have served in government for over 2 decades. I stand willing and able to lead this state to a brighter future and a better tomorrow. Let me reintroduce myself. I am David Paterson, and I am the governor of New York State.
And he is a governor who is ready to get to work before the
The State Education Department will provide a written list of its findings to Wilson Academy within the next 30 days. Well, the week got off to a nice sunny start today, but changes are on the way. Meteorologist Kevin Williams has been tracking all of that in the Pinpoint 10 Weather Lab. Kevin?
Indeed, Rich, it was a glorious day today. Blue sky and bright sunshine, but not common in March to have multiple sunny days in a row. Usually that's the exception, not the rule, and this week will be proof positive, but it sure was nice. Let's take you outside. This is what it looked like a bit earlier today while you were working or you were busy at school running around. Well, you know, 28 degrees, so that's running 12 to 14 degrees below normal. So despite all that bright sun, yeah, definitely a chill still out there. 49 in Fairport, 34 in Leroy. Let's check out
our coverage on the change in leadership in Albany continues with Jennifer Johnson. Jen?
Rich, Democrats, Republicans, we heard so many positive things about David Paterson from both sides of the aisle today, so it made us wonder, what is he like off the job? It's why we went to his neighborhood, and coming up you're going to hear from neighbors about what it's like to live next to David Paterson. That's coming up.
And as we head to the break, here's a look at what's coming up on News 10 NBC tonight. Everybody Loves Raymond is next at 7:30, followed by My Dad is Better Than Your Dad at 8, Deal or No Deal at 9, and Medium at 10.
Coverage you can count on at any time. News10NBC.com.
No matter how
Lots of sunshine today, but it was still pretty cold. Now let's find out how the rest of your work week is shaping up with meteorologist Kevin Williams. Kevin?
Well, the good news, Rich, is going to warm up, but the bad news, when we lose our cool, we lose the sun, too. You know, it was on St. Patrick's Day last year, though, that we had 8.3 inches of snow. So, you know, we'll take the chill when you have the sun. It makes a big difference. It's 27 in town now. High clouds are increasing, a little bit of a nippy breeze out there, and some changes are ahead. March is a very dynamic, a very fluid month. Rarely does the weather turn static, and that certainly will not be the case this week. Let's talk about the area of high pressure. Tuesday afternoon, we do recommend you take along the umbrella heading out the door tomorrow morning. You won't need it for the morning commute. You will for the afternoon commute. 41 is the call in Greece. In Rochester tomorrow, the top temp is 43, but that's at the end of the day. We'll be in the raw 30s most of the day. A light, late morning mix, then it's over to rain. Here's our 7-day forecast. Weekend always in view. Wednesday is wet, it's windy, it's relatively warm and 50, but say so long to the warmth. Temperatures tumble Wednesday night. We could have some minor snow accumulations by Thursday morning, mid-30s and dropping. On Friday, it's local lake flakes and a cold, gusty wind. Weekend looks okay, cold but dry for the most part. High temps, Rich, in the low 30s with a mixture of clouds and sunshine as we track your weather on News 10 NBC Weather Plus. So a bright day today, but we lose the sun and we gain rain and a little mix for a while later tomorrow.
Well, winter's over Wednesday anyway. Sort of.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a rough day on Wall Street today. It has been for weeks now, and it was a rough day for the rest of the financial world as well. Today, respected investment firm Bear Stearns announced it is being sold for a small fraction of what it's worth. On Wall Street today, stocks were mixed. The Dow gained 21 points. The NASDAQ and the S&P lost more ground. Some good news, however, crude oil prices fell. In stocks of local interest, Kodak, Paytech, and Paychex were down. Xerox was up 25 cents. Here's a look at some other stories that made headlines earlier today. Janet Lomax has it all in case you missed it.
490 is undergoing another major transformation. This morning, crews shut down the 490 entrance ramps from Mount Read Boulevard so they can replace the bridge there. Next.
Pizza Hut. Order online.
Now, News 10 NBC Sports with Mark Grubaugh.
Let the madness begin. The brackets are out for this year's NCAA tournament. Cornell will make its first appearance in 20 years when the Big Red take on Stanford in Anaheim on Thursday. Another great underdog.
All right, Jennifer, thanks very much. Let's turn to Kevin Williams now as we take another look at our forecast for tonight and tomorrow.
A dry, chilly night. Planning some rain coming in tomorrow. It could begin as a little bit of a wintry mix mid to late morning. So for a couple hours, it could be a little bit tricky, but it'll be after the morning commute.
As we said, winter officially ends on Wednesday, but it's
Keep
not
saying
over
that.
yet, right?
Yeah, not over yet, my friend.
Okay.
Not by a long shot.
Thanks, Kevin. And thank you for making News 10 NBC your choice for news at 7. Everybody Loves Raymond is next. And see you right back here tonight at 11.
For coverage you can count on at any time on your schedule, log on to news10nbc.com. We're always on.